A very good evening to all of you, and welcome back once again in the series Last Lap to SNAP and IFT. And today we are going to revise arithmetic. So, friends, welcome back once again on the YouTube channel. I'm Gourav Gupta, and today I'll take you through with our preparation for the upcoming examinations. And today's topic is one of the most important areas of QA section, that is arithmetic. So, friends, if you can hear me, if you can clearly hear me, and if I'm visible to all of you clearly, there is no disturbance, please do mention it in the chat box. Varun, a very good evening to you. Varun saying, sir, I'm scoring 11 out of 20 in quant of SNAP. Is it decent score for clearing the sectional cutoff? Varun, first of all, you must know that there are no sectional cutoffs in SNAP. All right. So it's the overall marks that you will score that will enable you to cross any combined, any complete cutoff of any of the colleges. All right. So no sectional cutoffs. So if you are scoring 11, I'll say that this is pretty low, but if you can manage some good scores in verbal ability, in general English, and in reasoning sections, then you will stand a chance to basically clear the overall cutoff of some of the top B schools that will offer admissions through SNAP examination. All right. So friends, welcome back once again. If I am clearly visible and audible to all of you, please do write a yes in the chat box so that we can quickly continue with this session of revising arithmetic. All right, Satyam, thank you for confirming. All right, friends, so let's start with revising the arithmetic. Now, first of all, in this session, for the first 2 or 3 minutes, we'll understand the relevance of arithmetic. We'll look at the weightage of arithmetic portion in the previous year papers of SNAP and IFT. Right. Now, after that, I'll look at some of the very basic formulas of arithmetic that will be used in these questions, and post that we'll solve some of the questions as usual. All right, so let us begin with this session. A lot of students have already joined in. So first of all, the weightage of arithmetic section in IFT or SNAP. Now IFT, over the past 4 years, I have collected the data for over the past 4 years, and I am able to conclude that arithmetic composes of somewhere around 25 to 40% of the section of QA. All right, so 25 to 40% is pretty high. Similarly, in SNAP, you will see the weightage of arithmetic somewhere around 30% to 50%. So we can undoubtedly say that arithmetic, which is one of the easiest portions in quant, is also one of the most important areas in QA section of these two examinations. Now looking at the trends over the last 4 years for IFT, so this is the trend. So in 2018, out of 20 questions, we have seen 7 questions. So approximately one third. Out of 25 questions, 6 questions in 2019. That means somewhere around 25% weightage was given to arithmetic section. Now this weightage increased drastically in 2020. So in 2020, out of 25 questions in QA section, there were 12 questions from arithmetic. All right. A little difference, but again, one third of the weightage of QA section was composed of arithmetic section in the last year of IIT. So yes, somewhere around 25 to 50% I have seen in the last 4 years. Okay, now looking at the trend over the last 2 years in SNAP examination. So I've seen the papers of last 2 years, and I have basically got an idea about the number of questions in all the 3 slots of the last 2 years. So in slot 1, 2, and 3 in 2020, there were 7, 10, and 7 questions out of 20 questions of QA section. All right. So somewhere around 35% to 50%. So the weightage was as high as 50% in second slot of SNAP in 2020. Now, a similar trend has been seen in the last year. So in all the 3 slots of SNAP 2021, there were 8, 5, and 5 questions respectively in slot number 1, 2, and 3. So the weightage starting from 25% to 40% was seen in the last 2 years of SNAP examination. So we cannot afford to miss this session, miss this chapter, miss this section. Okay. And some of you, like in my previous session, some of you were asking that if we are unable to do good in CAT, if our algebra is not strong, if our geometry is not strong, so which is the area we can depend on? So yes, this is one area you can depend upon. And out of 20 questions in SNAP this year, I can expect somewhere around 6 to 8 questions to be coming from arithmetic session. All right. So here is the trends for the last 2 years for SNAP. Now talking about the topics which comes in arithmetic, so starting from percentage and its applications, ratios and its applications in averages, mixtures and allegations, then time and work and time speed distance. So these are the four prime areas, the four most important areas that will come under arithmetic section. All right. Okay, now moving ahead and talking about some of the most important formulas. Now these formulas are very basic formulas. I'll not call them formulas, but I'll call them the concepts of arithmetic. So let us quickly go through these formulas. I am sure that all of you would already know these concepts and the formula. So I'll not be spending a lot of time and we'll quickly move on to the questions as soon as we'll look at these logics. So first of all, percentages and its applications. So the formula for percentage change, it may be percentage increase or it may be percentage decrease. So the formula for percentage change is the change upon initial value multiplied by 100. All right. So when there is an increase, I can say that it will be final value minus original value. That will be the change upon original value into 100. Now, if it is a decrease, then in case of decrease, original value will be higher than the final value. So you can say that original value minus the final value divided by original value into 100 will give you the value of the percentage decrease. All right, simple formula. Now successive percentage change. Successive percentage change, it can be an increase or a decrease. So you can remember a simple formula, A plus B plus AB upon 100. All right, where A and B are the percentage changes. If there is an increase, let's say 20% increase, then the value of A will be plus 20. If there is a decrease, let's say a decrease of 30%, then the value of B will be minus 30. So whenever there is an increase, the value of A or B will be in positive, and whenever there is a decrease, the value of A or B will be taken as a negative number. All right, fine. So this is about successive percentage change. Now this formula of successive percentage change is very useful. So I'll give you an example. So the formula is A plus B plus AB upon 100, and this is the formula that will be used to calculate the net percentage change. All right. So let's say a question tells you that first of all, a value increased by 40% and then the value decreased by 30%. So what will be the net percentage change in this value? I'll give you 30 seconds. Quickly give me the value of net percentage change. If first of all there is an increase of 40% and then there is a decrease of 30%. जल्दी से एक आंसर निकाल के मेंशन कर दो. Yes, Varun, in SNAP, you will find the questions of data interpretation as well as data sufficiency. Though in the last 2 or 3 years, none of the questions from data sufficiency has been asked. But yes, data interpretation is tested in SNAP examination. Okay, any answers for this one? So net percentage change, yes. Okay, so let me solve this. Now in this case, the value of A will be plus 40 because there is an increase of 40% and the value of B will be minus 30. Now you just need to pick up these two values and substitute in this formula. Okay, so pick up karo values or substitute kar do. So net percentage change here will be A, the value is plus 40. The value of B is minus 30. So 40 minus 30 plus 40 into minus 30 whole divided by 100. All right, upon simplifying, 40 minus 30 is 10. 10 minus 40 into minus 30 will be minus 1200. Minus 1200 upon 100 is minus 12. So 10 minus 12, the final answer will be minus 2. Now, there is a negative sign with the final answer that shows that there will be a net decrease of 2%. All right. So there will be a net decrease of 2%. So a change of 40% increase followed by a decrease of 30% will be equivalent to a net percentage change of 2% decrease. I hope I am clear. Some of you would have done some wrong calculations. Pranav, Varun, Sicario, am I clear to all of you? Hello, Kavya. All right, now moving ahead, let's look at the next few things. Percentage profit or loss. How do we calculate percentage profit or loss? So it is important to understand that profit and loss percentages both are calculated on the cost price. So the cost price will be the base for both profit and loss percentages. So profit or loss percentage will be profit or loss divided by the cost price multiplied by 100. Okay. Yash, I am good. I hope you are also doing good. Now, discount percentage is always calculated on mark price. So the percentage discount is discount divided by market price into 100. All right. Similarly, if I talk about the markup percentage is always calculated on cost price. So it is markup percentage will be the markup value divided by cost price multiplied by 100. Okay, so this is how you can calculate the markup percentage. Okay, now moving ahead, the formula for simple interest and compound interest. So first of all, simple interest. So simple interest will be equal to principal into rate into time divided by 100. Similarly, compound interest will be P bracket 1 plus R upon 100 raised to the power N minus P. So this is how you can calculate compound interest, where P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, N is the number of time periods, right? So this is how you can calculate compound interest, and in both the cases, the final amount will be equal to principal plus the interest. All right. So principal plus interest will be equal to the final amount that will be received. All right. Now going ahead and looking at some of the formulas for ratios and averages, mixtures, allegations. So in averages, the formula of weighted average is the most important formula. Okay. So weight 1 multiplied by x1. So w1 into x1 plus w2 into x2 and so on, whole divided by all the weights will give you the weighted average. All right. So let's say, for example, if number of boys in a class is 12 and number of girls in the class is 13 and the average age, so this is the number, and the average age of boys is given as 20 and the girls is given as 15. All right. So what will be the average age of the entire class, including boys and girls? Come on, quickly give me an answer for this one. Let's see how many of you are quick enough to quickly give me a correct answer for this question. So number of boys is 12. The average age of the boys is 20. Number of girls is 13. Average age is 15. So what will be the average age of the entire class? Nijit, I will take your question, but towards the end of this lecture. Okay? So you may post this question once the lecture is over, once the lecture is about to finish, and in the last 2 or 3 minutes, I'll quickly give you an answer for that one. So what will be the average age of the entire class? Now, average age of the entire class will be the sum of the ages of boys, which is 12 into 20, plus the sum of the ages of girls, 13 into 15, whole divided by the total number of students, that is 12 plus 13. All right. So this is the formula that will be applied here. Now 12 12 into 20 is 240 प्लस मैंने गलत लिख दिया 13 into 15 आना चाहिए. So 13 into 15. So 15 into 13 will be 150 and 45. That is 195 whole divided by 25. Now you can add these two in the numerator. So 240 plus 195. So 440, 435 whole divided by 25 should be the answer. Now 16 plus 1, 17 point 10 upon 25, that is 4. So 17.4 will be the final answer. So most of you have given a perfect answer, 17.4. Impressive, nice. So this is the usage of the formula of weighted average. All right. Now moving ahead, मिक्सचर्स के अंदर रिप्लेसमेंट फॉर्मूला बहुत ज्यादा यूज होता है. ओके, सो इफ देयर इज अ वेसल विद T liters of liquid M, all right, from this A liters are withdrawn and equal amount is replaced by the another liquid. Okay, then this and this operation is repeated n number of times, let's say twice or thrice or maybe 4 times. Then after the nth operation, the concentration of the original liquid, the liquid which was present initially in the mixture, will be given as follows. Now here it will be M divided by T. So M is the concentration of the final liquid and T was the original. So M upon T will be equal to 1 minus A upon T whole raised to the power n. Now you can just remember this formula, apply it directly, and you will be able to at least do all the direct questions that are asked on removal and replacement. All right, बहुत simple सा question है. Okay. Yes. So yes, Pranav, this question is asked a lot of times in the examination. So just remember this formula and you'll be able to simply get the answer. Okay. Now, Varun, deviation in average. So wait, I'll tell you how to deal with those things. Okay, ruk jao. Now, deviation in average is a way of calculating the average in a faster way. So let's say if the numbers for which you will have to find out the average are lying somewhere near to a particular number. So let's say 102, 106, 93, 98 and 105. You have to calculate the average of these 5 numbers. Now what I'll do is I'll assume that the average of these numbers is 100. Okay, now I'll calculate the deviation of all these numbers from 100. I'm just giving you a very simple example. You can relate it with the other questions as well. So the first number is 2 more than the assumed average. Next one is 6 more than this. Then it is minus 7. Then it is minus 2. And this is plus 5. Now calculate the net deviation from the average. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 minus 7 is 1. 1 minus 2 is minus 3. Minus 3 plus 5 is plus 2. Now plus 2 is the net deviation from the average. The average deviation will be the net deviation divided by the number of terms, that is 2 divided by 5. Alright, so 2 divided by 5, the value is 0.4. Since the value is positive, so this value will be added to the assumed average and the correct average will be 100.4. All right, so this is the approach you can use for deviation in the average. All right. Sir, is this recorded, Kavya? This is the session that I'm taking on YouTube, and yes, you can, like, once this session is over, you can view this session any number of times that you want to. Okay. So this is live, and yes, it will stay on YouTube. So you can watch this session even after a month as well. ओके, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज टाइम स्पीड डिस्टेंस. सो टाइम स्पीड डिस्टेंस एक ही फॉर्मूला है यार, कोई और फॉर्मूला नहीं है. स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. नाउ इस फॉर्मूले को तोड़ मरोड़ के जितने भी फॉर्मूले बना लो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. द ओनली फॉर्मूला दैट रिमेन्स देयर इन टाइम स्पीड डिस्टेंस इज स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम और डिस्टेंस इज इक्वल टू स्पीड इनटू टाइम. नाउ फॉर एवरेज स्पीड्स you can say that the average speed of any object will be the total distance covered divided by the total time taken. All right, average speed is not the average of speeds, but it is total distance divided by the total time. Okay, Now moving ahead and talking about relative speeds. So when the objects are moving in the opposite directions, the relative speed will be the sum of the speeds. So that means if the objects are moving towards each other or the objects are moving away from each other, that means they are moving in opposite directions. So the relative speed will be the sum of their speeds. All right. Similarly, if the objects are moving in the same direction, both are moving towards right or both are moving towards left, then their relative speed will be the difference of their speeds. That means the speed of like the speed of faster object minus the speed of slower object. All right. So when two bodies are moving in opposite, okay, no, this is when moving in same directions. Okay, the relative speed will be the difference of their speeds, right? And when they are moving in opposite direction, the relative speed will be the sum of their speeds. So slight correction here. So when the objects are moving in same directions, difference. When the objects are moving in opposite direction, it will be the sum. All right. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. So these are all the formulas. So Amrit, I think, has just given the answer. So guys, don't worry. uh, yes, Shyam, I casted the vote yesterday. Yes. Okay. चलिए. So questions देखते हैं हम. All of you must get ready for the questions. Must take out some rough sheets and a pen with all of you, and we'll solve these questions in the similar manner the way we have been doing in all my sessions. There are more than 50 students in this session. I want each and every one to respond to solve these questions. Okay, so all the very best. The first question on your screen now. All of you focus on this question. A simple question based on percentages. Now understand and know that the level of difficulty that we are talking about in this session will be similar or a little higher as compared to the level of difficulty of SNAP, actual SNAP. Jessamine, I don't understand your question. From which city? I don't understand. So please be clear. What are you trying to ask? Are you talking about my SNAP center or like I don't understand. So please be clear with your question. Now you can look at the options clearly. So Mr. X went to the market to get some pets. He bought some dogs and cats. After returning home, he found that the number of dogs was 30% of the number of cats. All right. Now, out of the cats, 80% cats were female. Number of male pets was 30% of that of the female pets. What is the fraction of male dogs out of the total number of pets? This is the question that is here. Now, people have already started giving the answers. All right. Take your time. I'll give you another 30 seconds. I want all of you to give me a correct answer for this one. Now, there are two Varuns who have given the answer and both of you have given the same answer. All right. No, Varun, I did not cast my vote from Gujarat. I cast my vote from Delhi. All right. Sid's Fitness says option C. Zenul says option C. All right, let's have a look at this. Now, Mr. X went to market to get some pets. He bought dogs and cats. Now, after returning home, he found that the number of dogs was 30% the number of cats. Now, how to get a quick answer in such questions? Okay. Now, if you'll observe that, like I have told you many times in my previous sessions as well about such questions. So if you'll notice that everything in this question is given in terms of percentages, nothing is given in terms of absolute values. Okay. So what you can do is you can start by assuming any one of these two as a convenient number. Now, generally, we try to assume the value as 100. So let us start by assuming one of these cats or dogs as 100. Let's see which one. Now, after returning home, he found out that the number of dogs was 30% the number of cats. So I'll assume the number of cats as 100. So the number of dogs will be equal to 30% of 100, that is 30, right? Now, 80% of the cats were female. Now, out of 100 cats, 80% was female. That means 80 cats were female and remaining 20 cats will be male. Done up to this part. Now, the next statement is very important. The number of male pets was 30% that of the female pets. So now the bifurcation is among male and female. Now, since the same relation was given among cats and dogs, so I can now replicate the same numbers here. So number of male pets was 30% that of female. So I can take number of female pets as 100 and number of male pets will become 30, which will also give you the total number of pets as 130, which was equal to the total number of dogs and cats, right? Okay, so number of male pets is 30, out of which 20 are cats. So I can say that among dogs, there will be 10 males and the remaining will be females. Okay, so I have bifurcated cats and dogs among males and females. Now let's see the question. What is the fraction of male dogs? Male dogs is 10 out of the total number of pets. Total number of pets is 130. So 10 divided by 130, that is 1 upon 13 is the correct answer. So option C, that is given by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 students. Come on guys, क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग? There are more than 60 students. Less than 10% of the students have given the answer. So 6 students out of 64 who are presently live in this session have given the answer. This is not done at all. क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग? Such an easy question it was. So correct answer is 1 by 13. That is option C. Now show your presence in the next question, all of you. ठीक है? Question number 2 on your screen. The population of a village increased by 10% every year. After 2 years, some people died of corona and the population became the same as the initial population of the village. What percentage of the initial population was the number of people who died of corona? Now, Shyam, in the previous question, how did I calculate males and females? So among males and females, the same relation was given that was given among dogs and cats. So that is why I picked the same number of values. Okay. So males was 30% of the females. It was same as dogs was 30% the number of cats. Okay. So that is why I could take those values. All right. Now this time already 7-8 students have given the answer. This one is not very difficult, an easy one. So again, what to do in these type of questions to make things look easy for all of us? I'll start by assuming a number which is the initial population of the village. Okay, you can start by assuming it as a number. So initial population, I'm assuming it as 100. It increased by 10% every year and they're talking about a period after 2 years. So first of all, an increase of 10% will take the population to 110. Then once again, an increase of 10%. Now this 10% will be calculated on 110. So 110 का 10% कितना होगा? 11. So 11 is added to 110. Now the population after 2 years is 121. But some people died of corona and the population became the same as the initial population. Okay, so the population became 100. Right now it is 121. So how many people must be eliminated, must be removed from here to make the population as 100? So 21 will be removed, all right, and the population will become 100. So the question is, what percentage of the initial population, the base will be the initial population, was the number of people who died of corona? So number of people who died of corona is 21. Is what percentage of the initial population? 21 is what percentage of 100? The correct answer will be 21 percentage, and answer is option D. काफी सारे लोगों ने ऑप्शन डी आंसर दिया है. यश, सिर्फ एक बार आंसर लिखो प्लीज. राइट योर आंसर ओनली वंस. ठीक है, प्लीज डोंट स्पैम दिस. Mohammed Sufia, you can also write your question once. I can read it in one go. So the level of difficulty today that I'm taking is the level of difficulty that will replicate the level of difficulty of SNAP examination. In IFT, you can expect questions which are of higher level of difficulty than this one. Okay. Yes, Varun, absolutely. We can also use successive percentage change. Okay, so successive percentage change we can use. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 into 10 upon 100. So there is a net percentage change of 21 percentage over the initial value. So by the same percentage over the initial value, we have to reduce the number. So yes, we can use successive percentage change as well. Okay. Chalo, good, all of you. So the correct answer here is 21. Let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3 is a little based on calculations. थोड़ा सा calculations लगेंगी इसके लिए. I'll display so that you will be able to view all the options. The amount deposited by Anjana in 4 banks are in the ratio 4, 5, 6 and 8. The rate of interest offered by these banks are 10, 12.5, 15 and 20 respectively. If the total interest accrued after 1 year is 84,600, then find the rate of interest obtained from bank PQR. Slightly calculative in nature, this one, but simple है, ज़्यादा difficult नहीं है. Come on, quickly solve this. Don't sit idle, ठीक है? You are not allowed to sit idle. You are not allowed to wait for me to give you the solution of this question. Okay. We have very less number of days for SNAP examination, for other examinations. So please put in your efforts. Nice. So 2 students have given the answer. Mandeep and Zainul. Good. Now to make the calculations look easy, I'll assume these amounts as some very convenient numbers. 400, 500, 600 and 800. Okay. Now first of all, 10% of 400 will be 40. 12.5% of 500. 12.5% of 500 will be 62.5. Don't be afraid of this number. Then 15% of 600 will be 90. And finally 20% of 800 will be equal to 160. Okay? Now this is the total interest that we should receive, or you may assume them in the terms of X as well. So if I'll put X everywhere, Now adding this interest, 160 plus 40 is 200, 350, 352.5x is the total interest that is accrued. Okay. All right. Mandeep, not necessarily the answer will be a multiple of 8. ठीक है, एक चीज understand करो, it may be possible that the value of x that we'll calculate is in terms of fractions. ठीक है, so please don't do that again, right? So ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि multiple of 8 answer ना आए. Okay, so if I'll change this number to some another number, it may be possible that the final answer is not a multiple of 8. Okay, chalo. So this is what has been received total. So 352.5x represents a total interest of 84,600. All right, now we have to find out how much interest we have received from the last bank PQR. So that means 160x will be equal to how much? So it will be 84,600 divided by 352.5 multiplied by 160. Okay, calculation बहुत simple है. 846 multiplied by 4 is 35. नहीं, यहाँ से cancel out हो जाएगा. Okay, and you will get the integral answer. Yes, Mandeep, definitely it will take 2 minutes, right? So अब ऐसा होता है ना, snap में 20 questions होते हैं. Not every question can be finished in less than 1 minute. So you have to be very selective while solving the questions in the paper of snap. So first of all, in round 1 you must solve all the questions which can be done in a matter of less than 1 minute. फिर इस टाइप के जो क्वेश्चंस हैं अगर बच जाते हैं लास्ट में 2-3 मिनट्स अगर आपके पास बचते हैं, if you are left with some buffer time towards the end of the paper, then you can come to these type of questions because they are simple but they are time consuming. ठीक है, so if you have 2 minutes left towards the end, then you can come back to these questions. Okay, so correct answer is option B, right? No, Yash, not 8-hour workshop. Okay, so not for snap, we have already conducted it for cat, and we will be definitely conducting plenty of sessions for all of you for snap, so don't have to worry about that. So 38400 will be the correct answer for this one. So please suggest time limit for each session. For each session, time limit for each session, I don't understand. Shyam, please ask your question once again, be clear. All right, now moving to the next question. Question number 4, time and work. A and B can complete a project in 12 and 6 days respectively. They started the work together. However, B left the project 3 days before completion. Find the total number of days required to finish the entire work. Okay, for each section पूछ रहे हो. Shyam, towards the end I'll do that. ठीक है, section के लिए पूछ रहे हो. Section wise you are asking how much time we should be bifurcating to each and every section. So I'll give you a rough estimate towards the end of this session. ठीक है, so let us finish these questions and then I'll give you a proper idea about how much time we need to spend on each of these sections. नो ज़ैनुल, नॉट इन ज़ैट. ज़ैट का लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी काफी हाई होता है, बहुत हाई होता है ज़ैट का लेवल ऑफ डिफिकल्टी एज कंपेयर टू दीज क्वेश्चंस. Now A and B can complete a project in 12 and 6 days respectively. Guys, please focus on this question. What we'll do is we'll spend 5 to 10 minutes towards the end of the session on some miscellaneous questions that you are asking. Okay, so let us first of all finish off with these questions and then we'll spend time on that. Now A can finish work in 12 days, B can finish the same work in 6 days, right? Now I'll start by assuming the total work, which is 12 units. So 1 day work of A will be 1 unit and 1 day work of B will be 2 units. All right. Now they started working together. However, B left the project 3 days before completion. So let's say the project is completed in X days. So A was occupied for X days and B left 3 days before the completion. That means the involvement of B was for x minus 3 days. Done. So x days work of A, that is 1 into x, plus x minus 3 days work of B, that is twice of x minus 3, should be equal to the total work, which is 12 units. From here you can get the value of x. The value of x will come out to be 18 upon 3, that is 6. The question is asking, find the number of days required to finish the work. So we assumed it as x days. So the correct answer here will be equal to 6 days. So 6 days will be required to finish this entire work. So correct answer is option C. Moving on to the next question, question number 5. A person covered half of the distance by train at 100 km per hour. He covered half of the remaining by bus at 50 km per hour and the rest by car at 25 km per hour. Find the average speed of the entire journey. Once again, I'll remind you that average speed is not the average of speeds. It is total distance divided by the total time. Also, while solving this question, you all can press the like button. You all can like this session. Right now, there are around 80 students and less than 50 likes are there. Come on, yaar, kuch sharam karo tum log. Come on, increase the number of likes. At least make it equal to the number of students who are watching this right now. Okay, now once again, to save time in this question, what I'll do is I'll assume the total distance as 100 kilometers. Why 100? 100 is divisible by 100, it is divisible by 50, it is divisible by 25 and so on. So I'll assume the total distance as 100. Now the person covered half of the distance. That means person covered 50 kilometers at a speed of 100 kilometer per hour. Okay, so this is the distance, this is the speed. The time taken in the first part will be 50 divided by 100, that is 0.5 hours. I'm not writing the units, units are simple. Mandeep, 200 भी लेके देख सकते हैं, it will be easy, yes, I'm sure. 200, 300, whatever. So मैंने 100 लिया है, 100 से भी काम चल जाएगा. Now he covered the half of the remaining journey. Now 50 kilometers are already covered. Now half of the remaining journey, that means the next 25 kilometers at a speed of 50. So again, he will take 0.5 hours and the remaining, which will be 25 kilometers at a speed of 25, it will take 1 hour. So total distance here is 100 kilometers divided by the total time taken. Total time taken is 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 1, that means 2 hours. So total time taken is 2 hours. So average speed will be total distance upon total time, 100 divided by 2, that is 50 kilometers per hour. So the correct answer here will be option B, which is correctly given by, once again, almost all of you. Alright, so Mandeep, yes, I agree. 200 लेके तो और भी easy हो जाएगा. Decimals में आंसर नहीं आएंगे, decimal में values नहीं आएंगे, but 100 से भी काम चल रहा था, so I used 100 as the value. Alright, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Question number 6. Now try to solve this question orally, all of you. Orally solve करने की कोशिश करो. This is a small challenge for all of you. I'll not call it a challenge, but ठीक है. A dare to all of you. Try to solve this question orally without using pen and paper. And I'm telling you, you will definitely find these type of questions in actual SNAP examination also. All right, Vijay, good. Fastest to give an answer for this one. Abhishek. Ashi. I hope all of you have solved this question orally without using Any rough work? All right, nice, good. So work can be finished in 10 days. Now, after working for 4 days at a normal pace, now the work remaining is of 6 days if it is done at a normal pace. But the person got injured. Hence, for the remaining days, he is working at half his efficiency. So जो काम अब 6 days में करना था वो वाला काम अब 12 days में होगा because efficiency is halved. The number of days will be doubled. Okay, so the total number of days now taken will be 4 plus 12, that is 16 days. Okay, so the total number of days in which he can finish the work now will be equal to 16 days, and pretty easy question this was. So इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन में क्या करना होता है, हमें टाइम सेव करना होता है so that we can invest time in the questions that we have seen earlier. ठीक है, so one question वो जो interest वाला question था which was very lengthy, which all of you were saying कि 2 minutes तो लगेंगे कम से कम. So you save time in these type of questions and invest it in the lengthy questions. सारे questions easy नहीं मिलेंगे, सारे questions small नहीं मिलेंगे. There will be some questions which will be difficult, there will be some questions which will be a little lengthy. ठीक है ना? Question number 7 on your screen now. Now ये मजेदार क्वेश्चन है. When A is increased by 20%, B is decreased by 30%, they become equal. When B is increased by 40% and C is decreased by 50%, they become equal. When A is increased by 60% and C is decreased by R%, they become equal. Find the value of R to the nearest integer. अब इस टाइप के भी क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. This question is, I'll not call it difficult, ये moderate level of difficulty का question है, but थोड़ा सा तो टाइम लगेगा. Now थोड़ा सा टाइम, that means 1.5 minute will definitely be involved in this question. No, Satyam, not at all lengthy. I'll tell you how. I'll be telling you how to solve this one. Aniket, I'm not discussing CAT paper right now. ठीक है? So I'll suggest that we have BYJU'S exam prep में on the YouTube channel, we have uploaded the detailed solution of all the 3 slots. So you can go through them and you can check if your answer is correct or not. चलिए, let's have a look at a proper way of solving this. ठीक है? So first of all, from the first statement, I can calculate the ratio of A and B. So all of you give me the ratio of A and B from the first statement. So if A is increased by 20%, that means 1.2 A. B is decreased by 30%, 0.7 B. They become equal. So A upon B will be equal to 7 upon 12. A upon B will be 7 upon 12. ठीक है? This is the ratio of A and B from the first statement. Second statement, similarly, I'll calculate the ratio of B and C. So B is increased by 40%, 1.4 B becomes equal to C when decreased by 50%. Okay, so B upon C will be equal to 5 upon 14. Now I'll calculate the compounded ratio. So I'll multiply the first ratio by 5 in the numerator and denominator, and second ratio by 12 in the numerator and denominator. So A is to B is to C will become 35 is to 60 is to 14 into 12 is 168. So this is the ratio of A, B and C, right? So you can assume the values of A, B and C among this ratio as well, 35, 60 and 168. Now if A, let's look at the last statement. Now when A is increased by 60%, so 35 को 60% से increase करना है. So 35 when increased by 60%, 35 का 10% होता है 3.5, 20% will be 7, so 60% will be 21. So 35 plus 21 will be 56. So A की value 60% से increase करके 56 हो गई. So C, by what percentage it should be decreased? By what percentage it should be decreased so that it will become 56? So 168 को कितनी value से decrease करना पड़ेगा? 168 minus 56 will be 112 divided by 168 into 100. So that will come out to be 2 upon 3. 2 upon 3 precisely it is 66.66 percentage. Okay, now we have to find out the nearest integral value of R. So the correct answer will be 67 percentage. All right, so this is how this question should be treated, and plenty of you have given a correct answer for this one. So correct answer is option B, that is 67 percentage. Okay. All right. Once again, I'll appeal all of you. I'll request all of you to quickly like this session. Abhi bhi number of likes bahut kam hai. So come on, those students who haven't liked this session up till now, please do press the like button. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 8. A certain amount of money has been invested to earn a simple interest of 20% per annum. Careful, हाँ, बहुत logical question है, amazing question है. The interest earned every year is invested again at the same rate. After how many years will the amount become more than double of itself? 5, 4, 3 or 2. After how many years the amount will become more than double of its original value? Now Varun, I'll not suggest you to go for guesswork in paper of SNAP. Questions easy hote hain. Okay, so don't go for guesses. If you can use options, then it will be good for you. All right, Amrit, the fastest to give an answer. Good. Mohit says 5 years. Vijay and Amrit says 4 years. Most of you are saying 4 years. Let's see if it is the correct answer or not. Now, actually, this question would have been the question of simple interest अगर ये वाली जो statement है इसको erase कर दिया जाए. The interest earned every year is invested again. Now हम सीधे सीधे 20% interest लेके उसको use कर लेते and we are not investing it again, then this question is a simple question of simple interest. Every year 20%. So it will take 5 years to receive an interest of 100%. So after 5 years, it will become double. And after 6 years, it will become more than double. So if this question would have been a straightforward question of simple interest, then answer kitna aata? Answer 6 aata, because they are asking more than double of itself. So 5 years mein double ho jata and 6 years it will take more than double, right? But this is not a straightforward question of a simple interest. Now here, the money that is earned, the interest that is earned is also invested again. So that becomes compound interest. Okay, so every year there is an increase of 20%. So we can use a successive percentage change to calculate the final answer. Now, if I'll take only 2 years, then it will be 44%. If I'll include the third year as well with 44%, the value will be somewhere around 80%. Okay? So the best is to go for to check the value for 4 years. So first 2 years it will be 44%. The last 2 years it will be 44%. And then you can apply the formula of successive percentage change on these two values of 44. Okay? So 44 plus 44 plus 44 into 44 upon 100. No need to calculate the exact value of this. 44 plus 44 तो 88 आएगा ही आएगा. Now here the value will be 44 into 44. Now 44 into 44 1600 से तो ज्यादा होगा ही होगा. Divided by 100 will be more than 16. So 88 plus the value which is more than 16 will definitely give me a result which is more than 100%. Okay, so this is how you can calculate the values or simplify these calculations using a little bit of approximations. ठीक है? So resulting in 4 years, like 4 years में जो भी net profit percentage होगा, net gain होगा, net interest होगा, that will be doubled. All right, it will be more than 100%. All right, so the correct answer here will be option B, that is 4. चलिए next question की तरफ चलते हैं. Question number 9. Question number 9, a simple question of upstreams and downstreams. Kaushal is saying I'm scoring 38, 37 marks in SNAP mocks and solving all the questions. Some tips. Now, Kaushal, you are attempting all the questions. 38, 37 marks you're scoring. That means somewhere around like 18, 19 questions गलत हो रहे हैं आपके. ठीक है? So please keep a check on those questions which you are attempting wrongly. Or what you can do is you can save yourself from over attempting. So अगर सारे के सारे questions attempt कर रहे हो, then there is no need to attempt all those questions. Stick to the accuracy percentage as well. ठीक है? But if you're not marking flukes, genuinely wrong हो रहे हैं, तो जो भी questions wrong हो रहे हैं आपके, just keep a check on those questions, revise all those topics so that you can save on these negative marking. Yes, answer for this one. Speed of a motorboat is 5 times the speed of the river. Krishna took a total of 20 hours for a round trip of 60 kilometers on each side on the motorboat. How much time does it take to travel 48 kilometers downstream on a river whose speed is 3 km per hour if he travels at 4 by 5 of the usual speed of the motorboat? We have safe score for SIBM Pune, I believe, like safe score. If you're talking about safest score, it will be 43, 45 marks. Definitely above 40 will be a safe score. Okay. Yes, any answer for this one? All right, Varun says option B, that is 4, and Vijay option D. Amrit also option D. Good, Vishal, if you're scoring around 40, so just last few steps, another stretch will take you to 43 or 44, and that will be safe to get a call from SIBM Pune. Okay, चलिए check करते हैं. Now the speed of motorboat is 5 times the speed of river current. So I'm assuming the speed of river current as S. So the speed of boat will become 5S. Krishna took a total of 20 hours. 20 hours is the total time for upstream and downstream. ठीक है? So first of all, 60 kilometers upstream. 60 kilometers upstream will be distance divided by the speed upstream. Speed upstream will be 5S minus S, that is 4S, plus the time downstream. Time downstream will be distance divided by speed downstream. Speed downstream will be 5S plus S, that is 6S. Now simplifying this, 15 and 10, 25 upon S will be equal to 20, right? So the value of S will come out to be 25 upon 20. That is 5 upon 4. Are we all clear with this? Yes or no? So 20 hours he's taking for a 60 kilometer downstream and upstream. So speed upstream is 4s, so 60 upon 4s, 15 upon s, and यहाँ से 10 upon s, 15 plus 10 is 25. So the value of s will come out to be 4 by 5, right? Now s का value आ गया. Now they're asking how much time does he take to travel 48 kilometers downstream. So time taken in 48 kilometers downstream will be distance divided by the speed downstream. Now speed of the river is 3 and he's traveling at 4 by 5 of the usual speed of the boat. Okay. Now 4 by 5 of the usual speed of the boat. So S ka value aa gaya 5 by 4. Now speed of the boat, originally speed of boat was 5s. That is 5 into 5 upon 4. That is 25 upon 4. So this was the original speed of the motorboat. But now he is traveling at 4 by 5 of this speed. So now his speed will be 4 by 5 multiplied by 25 upon 4. That is equal to 5 kilometer per hour. So the speed of the boat is 5 kilometer per hour and the speed of stream is 3. So the speed downstream will be 5 plus 3, that is 8. So 48 upon 8, that is 6 hours will be the time that he will take to travel this 48 kilometers in a river whose speed is 3 kilometer per hour. So yes, correct answer is option D, that is 6 hours. All right. Okay. Now let me resolve some of the queries that you are posting. So Vishal, you are scoring around 40. All right. So 40 score, it will take you near to the cutoff of SIBM Pune. Now, generally SIBM Pune की cutoff 40 के आसपास होती है. Now I cannot predict the exact cutoff for the upcoming examination. So the safest score will be 45. So try to score 45. Okay. Arjun, you are saying nahi samajh mein aaya. I'll repeat that definitely. So Arjun, focus here. So Arjun, what do you clear up till this part? चलो मैं पूरा ही समझा देता हूँ. 20. Now I have assumed the speed of motorboat as 5s and the speed of river as s. So speed upstream and speed downstream. This will be time upstream and time downstream. Total time is taken as 20. From here, the value of s will come out to be 5 upon 4. The value of s is 5 upon 4. Now the speed of motorboat, which I have assumed was 5s. So s का value आ गया 5 upon 4. तो 5s का value कितना हो जाएगा? 5 into 5 upon 4, that is 25 upon 4. So original speed of the motorboat is 25 upon 4. Now the question is, if the person is traveling at 4 by 5 of the usual speed of the motorboat. So 25 by 4 was the usual speed of the motorboat. इसको 4 by 5 कर दिया. So now the speed of the boat is 5 km per hour. ठीक है? Speed of the boat is 5 km per hour and the speed of stream is 3. So speed downstream will be equal to 5 plus 3, that is 8 km per hour. Okay, so this is the net speed downstream. Distance is 48. So distance upon speed will be equal to the time taken, that is 6 hours. All right. Now, is there sectional cutoff also? Abhay, there are no sectional cutoffs in SNAP examination. Also, some students were asking about how much time we should be spending in each and every section. So 15 questions of general English can be finished in a matter of 8 minutes. Okay. Then 20 question of quant. For this section, spend 20 minutes. 20 minutes on these 20 questions and finish off as many questions as you can. Then 25 questions of reasoning. You can spend 25 minutes here and finish as many questions as you can. All right. Now, after doing this, you'll be left with 7 to 8 minutes. Okay. Now, spend these 7 to 8 minutes in any of these two sections, whichever section you think has some easy questions left, and this particular thing will maximize your score. Okay. So 8 minutes में general English का section complete हो जाएगा, such that you don't have to come back to this section. Be selective in the section of quant and reasoning and finish off with those questions which can be done in less than a minute. 1 minute 1.5 minute थोड़ा सा time भी waste होगा. So 20 minutes spending in quant, you might be able to finish 13-14 questions. Similarly, in these 25 minutes, try to target 18-19 questions of reasoning. Then in whatever time is remaining after that, 7 to 8 minutes, do keep these 7 to 8 minutes buffer time. Okay, so in these 7 to 8 minutes, you can maximize your score by spending these 7 to 8 minutes in whichever section has easier questions. Because you have already visited these questions, you will know which section has the easier question left over. I'm scoring low mark near 25 to 30. Shyam, practice yaar, practice. There is no shortcut to that. So अब जहां पे भी जो भी sections में problem हो रही है, वो वाले sections को read करना शुरू करो, study करना शुरू करो. So we should attempt first QA and LR and after that go for VA and SNAP. Vishal, I've just told you, पहले verbal finish कर दो 8 minutes में and then spend time on QA and reasoning. So today, surprisingly, Naveen sir didn't came in chats. Yes, Varun, he didn't come. Is there sectional lock like cat? Sectional lock. Acha. If you are asking about the sectional time limits, no, there are no sectional time limits, and you can shuffle among the sections. You can shuffle among the questions as well. So GK class, when Abhik, GK class, I don't know. You can look at the schedule. Shyam, I have told you what is the good score for IFT. Debojit, IFT right now I cannot predict because IFT keeps on switching the level of difficulty. Okay. So right now I'm not talking about IFT, but I'll be taking some sessions on IFT, specifically on IFT, where I'll be talking about the previous year cutoffs as well. Sir, is it safe to increase the attempts rate because your negative mark is only Devu, negative mark is not only 0.25, okay? So what you can do is you can like eliminate one or two options and then go for a fluke if you have two options in which you are confused. But don't go for flukes randomly. Yes, Varun, it can be tricky. So these questions are level for IFT. No, Mayank, today, whatever questions that we have done are of the level of SNAP or a little higher, not of the level of difficulty of IFT. Setting class planned for series based on reasoning. Yes, Mohit, not series based on reasoning, but yes, I am taking a session on the questions of reasoning tomorrow. Today also I have taken a session, and day after tomorrow I have conducted a session. I have planned a session on clocks and calendars. So where I'll be discussing the basics of clocks and calendars. When is your next session, Devu? Devu, my next session is tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Okay, and then day after tomorrow, I have planned a session, like I mentioned, on clocks and calendars. So you can check the schedule on YouTube channel. You can subscribe this channel and notifications mil jayenge tumhe. Manaspreet, is SIBM Bangalore worth joining? Yes, it is definitely worth joining. So I can get 10 to 15 English and 19 on 25 in LRDI. Is it good attempt? 10 and 19, 29. Yes, Shyam, it is good, but provided you are scoring 13, 14 marks in quant as well. Vasif, please look at that question. The question was not the same. It was given in that question that B left the work 3 days before the completion. Okay. Ishika, I cannot comment upon that, but I can very well say that BYJU'S exam prep ke jo mocks and they are of a proper level of difficulty. So you can take the mock papers of BYJU'S exam prep. Yes, definitely, Mayank. I'll definitely be conducting lots of sessions for IFT. So once SNAP 1 is over, the next week, starting from 10th of December up till 18th of December, we will be conducting plenty of sessions for IFT. Don't you worry about that. All right, friends. So I'll end this session here. I have answered to almost all of your queries. Please do like this session. Follow us on these channels. CAT 2023 comprehensive program. All the details are mentioned on the screen. Anyone who want to join a course for CAT 2023 may enroll for this particular program. This is the list of upcoming sessions. So one of the students was asking about the schedule. So this is the list of upcoming sessions for last lap to SNAP and IFT. Other than these sessions, you will find plenty of sessions at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. All right. So that's all from my side. Don't forget to join us on 10th of December for the detailed analysis of SNAP slot number 1. The top faculties will be doing that. All right. So that's all from my side, my dear friends. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in my next session tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.